In a minute. Hello! Hey! We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to In Conversation With, my weekly mini chat show where I will be talking with members of my community about life, business, successes and struggles in the network marketing industry. And this week we are joined by Tracy Cawthray. Hello, Tracy. Welcome.
Good morning.
Well, so Tracy is an independent Sensi consultant and runs a business called Home Sense by Tracy. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do, what your business entails?
So my business entails everything that's home fragrance related, really. So from wax warmers, cleaning products, pet products, children's items. So a whole range to cover your home fragrance needs, really.
What made you choose Sensi when you were looking at what to do?
Right, I got into it in a funny way, really. I used to be a Slimming World consultant, and I was on a call with one of my consultants because I was an area manager as well. And I was on a call with her, and she said to me, "Have you tried these washer whiffs from Sensi? Because I know you love your fragrances." Washer whiffs? What the heck are washer whiffs? Anyway, she explained, and I got sent a sample and some wax samples as well. And it was the washer whiffs that actually got me hooked on Sensi, to be honest. And I joined because it was lockdown, and my mental health had started to take a bit of a nosedive. Slimming World was obviously running in a totally different way. We were doing Zooms, went out in groups, and it was really taking a toll. I stepped down from the area manager job first and just felt that I needed something else. And one night I was sat on the city and I turned to my husband and said, "Oh, I think I've got to join this Sensi thing." And that was it. It was just a whim like that. And I just pressed the button and joined. Yeah, without really thinking about what it entailed, I'm going to be honest.
I think most of us do that.
You think, oh yeah, it's all right. It's just selling a few wax bars, or I'll have a few wax bars for free. But yeah,
well, yeah.
So I think that was my main intention, to get some, freebies really, because I was spending a lot on the products because I absolutely love the products, and I was spending loads. The lady used to come like once a month because she lived quite away from me, so she used to come once a month, and the boot used to be full. And I used to say to my husband, "Oh, it's all right, it's a present for somebody."
Oh, naughty.
I know. A lot of them were, I'm going to be honest, they were like Christmas presents and things, or it was a bingo win.
So how have you got on since starting then? So it will have been, 3 years?
So I started October 2020. So it was kind of just when we were we were in and out of lockdown a little bit, weren't we? And things, and obviously Wales was a little bit different to England, so our lockdowns were a bit longer. So I started in October 2020, and it just, on the way it started was just mad. It just absolutely flew.
Wow.
It was, I hit all the awards in the first 70 days. So we have 70 days to achieve so many levels. I achieved all of those within the first month.
Oh, well done.
It was just mad. I had obviously had a good network anyway, because from a Slimming World background. So I had those, and not just my group members, because I'd go into other groups. I had those people as well that knew me. So my network was quite big anyway. But those were like my warm people, really, weren't they? Without me realising at that point. I started then recruiting within a week.
Wow.
So and I was constantly having over 2,000 PRV in sales, which is about 2,500, but more, at least more than that every month. It was just mad. I promoted to director, which is the third from the third up and the third to the next level sort of thing. So there's 2 more levels to get to the top after director. And I promoted to director I started in October, I promoted in March to director.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I had a really good team. They were all, fired up for it. But I achieved an incentive as well. I went on a cruise.
Oh, yes.
I did.
I remember you were going for that.
Yeah, this time last year. That was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So at the beginning it was like a whirlwind, to be honest with you, and I thought, oh, this is all right, this is, I can do this. It's quite easy. Yeah. Things change, don't they?
Yes.
The
world changed.
The world changed. The way the world changed absolutely did. I wasn't consistently getting director numbers. My sales dropped a little bit. My warm market, obviously, they weren't all carrying on buying.
There is only so much they can buy. As much as we say, the stuff is amazing, we love our products, you can, keep buying it. There is only so much you can have.
And the other thing, I think, as much as we love it, it doesn't mean to say everybody loves it the same way that we love it. We expect everyone, well, why don't you want these new wax pads? They're absolutely amazing. But not everybody thinks the same way either, do they?
No, and they have other priorities, especially when the world changed like it did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and especially, I think, going back out of lockdown, and then we've got the cost of living changes as well. It kind of has, people are a bit more cautious, aren't they? But people are still buying as well.
Yes,
they are still buying. I think, when people say then people are not buying because of the cost of living, well, they are.
They've changed their habits.
Yes. Yeah.
But they're still definitely buying.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So I think at one point my team was like nearly 100, but then we've dropped down and we're like 77 now as a whole group team. So I think people that came in during lockdown thought it was going to be easy all the way through.
Yeah.
They've dropped off.
Again, priorities, isn't it? Their priorities, their lives have changed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But for me, I think it was getting out. I don't like the word. I know you don't like the word comfort zone either, do you?
I like the word comfort. I don't like the whole getting out of your comfort zone. I'm too much of a cautious person to think about going out of a comfort zone. So I talk about. It's
about making it, expanding it. I self-development. It was a man that I'd listened to. I can't remember what his name is now, and he said about it's like a rubber. It's like elastic band. Yeah. So you're expanding it. You're not stepping out of it. You're just expanding it so I always think of it that way as well. So so I've had to really think and do things differently. Whereas I am a confident person, and I can stand up in front of loads of people in a group situation, talking about what I know. But going to do fairs and the pop-up shop and sending email, that is not me at all. So that was a total learning game. So I started doing the fairs. I've had to stint in the pop-up shop. I set up WhatsApp broadcast lists. Emails, and they did drop off, I'm going to be honest, over December, so they need to start again.
I think we all paused over December, that Christmas gap, and I think that's normal because you can't keep going all the time, can you?
No, it was lovely actually to have that break. As you say, you've got to recharge your batteries, haven't you? So I think it's definitely a different way of thinking about getting things, getting the sales now rather than them just coming to you. And one thing I am working on is the follow-up. So your course has come at the right time.
Your follow-up course. Yeah, because I think that is one thing that when you are busy selling all the time and it's coming easy, you don't do the things that keep your business growing, like the follow-up, because it's growing naturally anyway.
Yeah. You kind of don't need to do it, do you, in a way, because they keep coming to you. But
can't imagine if you had done that from the start, how much you'd have sold, how much more your team would have grown. It'd have been insane.
I know.
You might not have had a life on your business. Yeah. Follow-up is so important.
Yeah, definitely. So that is a focus at the minute, to try and again to expand my business again now. But I do things like referrals now, which I didn't do in the beginning. I've started doing what are they called? Like not an incentive. You spend so much and you get a freebie.
Like little offers.
A reward kind of thing. Yeah. So those sorts of things. I put referral packs in all my orders. I'm going to do some neighbour drops. I've never done that before, because the thought of putting things around my neighbours, it was that, what will they think? Yeah. What will my neighbours think? So I don't care anymore. I don't care.
It's no different from social media.
No.
Social media are your neighbours, but they are online, everywhere. Aren't they?
Yeah.
They're effectively neighbours who can be anywhere. They are connections that you've got. So absolutely no different door dropping or being at an event, really.
No.
It's doing the same thing, just in person. And for some reason, we have a disconnect between the two. We don't think they're the same.
No, we don't. No, I'd never thought of that, to be honest with you. It's just, I think it's that block, isn't it? Again, it's just getting, getting over that block, isn't it?
Yeah. And the real world outside of social media, there's so much potential out there for building stronger relationships, from that community, that local business aspect that people want to buy from local businesses now. It's not that they don't want to support the online, like network marketing type stuff, but they are much more likely to support it when it is somebody they've known, they meet, they can have a proper conversation with. It's becoming a huge, big trend. So, I think that in-person stuff is so, so key, especially now we are in that out of lockdown completely. But in this economic, they call it a crisis.
Yeah.
But I've been through 2 or 3 of these as a network marketer before, and network marketing booms in these situations if you adapt.
Yeah. And I think that's it, isn't it? It's adapting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's adapting and thinking, well, I've always done this and it's always worked, but it's not working now. Sod it. Sorry. Or going, that's not working anymore. I need to try something else, just like you did when you came out of lockdown.
Yeah.
And it's so important.
Yeah, definitely. I think what you said there about being out like in the community and the networking and things, I think the pop-up shop actually, that made a huge difference. Definitely made a huge difference. And I was only there, I think I did 3 or 4 days with my table. So, but people were coming in and asking when I was going to be there and things. So that definitely made a huge difference.
Yeah. Have you tried parties?
I have done some online parties, which were obviously before, when we were in between, and some were a massive hit, some were a flop. But you just go, you just keep going, don't you? And I've done one in-person party, and I loved it. I felt as if I used to love being in group with my members as a Slew World consultant. That was the part I loved. And I just felt I was back there again with that sort of, I loved it. So that's another aim, to get more in-person parties.
Yeah, I ran a huge business at one point, well before lockdown, on home parties. And I used to be out doing between 3 and 6 a week, depending on the time of year. And they made my business. And I found it easier to sell a party than a product. And it was just fantastic. I can highly recommend them to anybody who wants to make sales. If you can book a party, well, if you sell one item to one person, so an average of a £40 spend, how much are you going to make off that in commission? Probably about a tenner. Whereas if you sell the idea of a party and they book a party and you go and do the party, it's going to be between £250 and £400 on average, which you're going to make so much more money from. And then you're going to meet 6 to 10 people who are then going to book, who are then going to do the same thing. And it builds your audience without that ick.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal way of running a business. The party plan model, I can highly recommend it.
I am working on it. That's another thing I'm working on. I've been working on loads, to be honest with you. And people, I don't know whether they don't understand what they're going to get. I have tried to say, that it's all about you and me helping to get, for you to get free wax or free warmers or whatever you want. Some are still reluctant.
Yes.
So it is, it is work in progress, I think.
It is. I think people have got out of the habit.
I'm just going to say the same. Yeah, definitely.
I think, again, it's adapting how you talk about it, isn't it? Because what worked 3, 4, 5 years ago to get party bookings quite probably won't work the same way now because people don't understand what they are.
No,
exactly. Next generation of party plan people, the people who are going to book them, they don't get it the same. Maybe they went to one, 6, 7 years ago, but didn't really understand what they were.
Tupperware party about 20 years ago, maybe. That's what I can remember.
For me, the Virgin V parties are what I remember. Good old Virgin V from back in the day.
See, my mum used to do Tupperware when we were young. But when I joined Sensi, I didn't think Sensi was anything like Tupperware. I don't know. Don't ask me why.
It's exactly the same. Just a different product.
Exactly the same, isn't it? But I think because at that point it was just all done. We were all doing it on Facebook, weren't we?
Yeah.
And because I didn't know any different with Sensi, I just thought that's how it was.
Yeah.
So there has been a real, shift, a real shift.
So what about 2023 then? What are you going to think about doing differently this year?
So going forward is more parties.
Yeah.
Definitely get as many as I can booked in, and keep on with recruitment as well. It's because that's easy just to, oh yeah, I haven't asked anybody, or instead of doing it consistently. So that's another thing. And I think follow up. That's what I'm going to do different. Follow up.
So I get from that you're going to do much more offline than online.
Yeah.
Than you have been doing.
Yeah, definitely. As much as I can. I'm trying to get some networking events in this area as well, so in-person ones. So I am going to be meeting with someone local about setting up networking meetings as well.
Brilliant. That's exciting.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm sure between us we'll sort it out.
Again, inviting people to networking meetings is no different than asking people to come to a party, to come to an event. It's just the same. Yeah, it's no different. You'll be great at it as well.
So, thank you.
So, exciting. So, do you have a big goal for this year? What's your next big thing?
For this year, I think my big goal would be to consistently get paid at director. That would be my big goal for this year. My overall goal is to get to superstar director. So we've got director, star, and then superstar. I need to grow the team wider. So definitely if I can get 12 months consistency at director, for me this year, that would be a goal well achieved.
Exciting.
Last year it was up and down. It was up and down. Some months I get it, some months I wouldn't, and it's fine. It's
how the business works.
How it is, isn't it? Yeah. I never let it get to me or anything.
No, you can't.
I know some people do, though, don't they? They take it really personally, don't they?
I think the first time it happened to me, I took it personally. I thought, what have I done wrong? I failed, lost a leader, lost this, lost this title. But actually, it's all part of the business and everybody has it. People only stay around so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say, don't they? Those that get you to the, like for us, director level, and not the team that will take you to superstar director level. It's a totally different team, isn't it?
Yeah, just because of the turnover. And that's why it's so important that you have consistent growth all the time, and you're bringing in people consistently, and you're selling people consistently, and you're meeting new people consistently.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
How it is, isn't it? Yeah. And you know how you're going to get there? You know how you're going to achieve this?
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
I'm planning.
Yeah. Follow up is going to be the follow-up.
Planning, the follow-up, the parties. It's the everything, isn't it?
Yeah. It's everything. Yeah, it is. So before we do disappear, I would love it if you would share one top tip with the audience that's watching. What can you give them?
I think my top tip would be, when the going gets tough, don't give up. Just keep going. There's always peaks and troughs, and it doesn't define who you are if you don't achieve something.
Nope, absolutely not.
You just got to keep with it. The good times outweigh the bad times, I think. Anyway, and you always come back stronger, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You just got to, keep going, like you said.
Keep going. Yeah, be consistent. Keep going. Don't take anything personally. And just go for it and enjoy it.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
If it gets a chore, sorry. I can go on and on.
A bit of a delay. Thank you so much for coming on here and chatting with me this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hope you've enjoyed the experience, and thank you for everybody that's been watching and listening, and we will see you all soon. If you want to catch Tracy, how can they find you?
My group is Home Sense by Tracy VIP group, I think it's called.
On Facebook.
I'm on Instagram as well. Home Sense by Tracy Cawthray. I don't do Twitter or anything, to be honest.
No, neither do I.
So those are my main platforms.
Brilliant. If you want to put some links below, feel free, Tracy.
Lovely, thank you.
Right. Well,
thank you very much.
Have fun.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.